Hello friends, Ms. Lintner here. I am going to show you how to do the interlock weave and the dovetail weave. You can see I've already done my split, so that means I am perfectly set up to do the interlock. The interlock, I am doing two different colors coming from two different sides, but instead of doing all one side and then all the other like I did when I did my split, I'm going to weave both sides at the same time. So I did under and over on this side and over and under on that side, and then I'm going to cross them in the middle. And I'm going to make sure that every time I cross them in the middle, I use the same color on top, so the light purple on top, and then go back. And the light purple goes over and under, and the darker one goes under and over. And I've got that in the middle, and then I'm going to do it again. Under and over there, over and under here, crossing down with the light purple above, and twisting it around and going back with the dark on that side and the light on this side, pushing it up. So you can see I get a double column, or two different columns of color, but instead of having a split, they seem to join. That's what the interlock does. It allows you to have two different color weaves on two different sides of your weaving, but without having a gap between them. So over and under, under and over, and then twisting it back to go back around, and making sure that I am always not pulling it too tight because I don't want it to join in the middle, and then pushing it up so that you don't see any of those warp strings. Okay, I'm going to do a few more rows on my own, and then I'm going to come back and show you the dovetail. Hey there, I'm back. Before I show you the dovetail, I'd like to show you a great way to join some more yarn onto the end of your piece when you run out. It's the square knot, and some of you might know it. You take your two ends, make sure the one's on the right goes in front, and then you take it under, and then you take the one that's on the left, you go across the one on the right, and you go under through the hole, and then when you pull that knot, oops, you may lose some strands, but you've got a nice solid knot that will work with you. Okay, now the dovetail is, well, you're going to be reminded of the split, actually, because it's going to start out just like the split, where you start by weaving one side on its own. So I'm just going to do one side on its own, like I did with the split. And I'm going to make, but when I do it, I am not going to push up my ends. Well, quite so much. Let's get that out of the way. All right. Push it up a little bit, but still leave that gap so that I can see where my weaving is. You'll understand why when I come back with the other side of the yarn in just a minute. Well, less than a minute. All right, let's go back over here. All right, now with the other side of the other piece of yarn, I'm going to weave, and instead of just going back like I would in a split, I'm actually going to find the place underneath that last stitch over here, and I'm going to, let's see, I went under that one, so I'm going to go over here and through. And then I'm going to take my yarn back and push that up, and then I can push this one up, And then I'm going to go under and over this piece here between those two strands. And over that piece and under. And then I'm going to push this one up and I'm going to take this gap here. So I am going back to the string that has already been used, and I am looping with the first color, and I'm looping the second color around it as well. So you push that up, and then this one goes up too. Well, and that goes over and under, and then it goes through that one, push that up, and then this one goes up, and I can go over and under and push them all up. Now I'm going to do it with the other side now so you can see. So this side I'm going to do, let's get that yarn back. Sometimes your yarn will get kind of twisted from being worked and you have to rewind it. Okay, so I'm going to go over and under here, over and under there, making sure that I leave this kind of open, over and under. This was not behaving all that well. Over and under, leaving a gap, but not too big of a gap. Here we go. Over and under, over and under, over and under, and back over and under. Alright, and now I'm going to find, okay, there's the space. So I'm going to go over and under here, and then over through there between the two dark purples that are wrapped around that one. Oops. This is a double kind of yarn, and this one got untwisted from it, so there we go. Alright, so over there and under here, push that up. Gonna go over and under, and then over there, and back over and under, and then push the dark purple up. That leaves this gap here to go over and under and over where that gap is. Taking it over and under. Kind of lost that part of it again. Alright, and then back, over and under, and then I can push that up and the dark one, the one dark purple up as well, and then back, over and under, and between those two dark purple strands around the third weft string, I'm sorry, warp string rather, and back up. And that's a dovetail. It is similar to the interlock, but it's a little flatter. The interlock has more of a twist. Plus, you see that it has, you can kind of see it's every other, and it's not as down the middle as the interlock is. So that is the interlock, how to make a square knot, and the dovetail. So, happy weaving.